Hey, well, good morning. Good gold day to everybody. Welcome to another California Gold Rush. We're at a different spot today. We're at the start of a bend, and there's some pretty good looking spots here. I'll show you around a little bit. So we're right at the start of a bend here, and there it starts bedrock. Pretty much this is all bedrock right here, and then all these rocks are getting jammed up on the bedrock right at the start of it. If you look back this way, right about where Petey is actually, this would be the very, very start of it. Everything's going to get jammed up here, then stuff will get pushed around and go down. And then there's kind of a little cliff on the other side of that one. The other outcrop over there. But I like this spot right here. Nice crevice, some big rocks. I mean, these are all jammed in there. Start of the puzzle right there. Then we got some other ones here covered in moss. And this one here. So I think we're going to do a little bit of crevicing to start off the day. Alright, well, those first crevices up there, I got a couple little specks, so I kept moving downstream, and I found a good one up and over that rock a little bit, and I actually got two nice little flakes, and I put my pan down, went to grab my snuffer bottle, stepped on my pan, and just watched them go shoo, right out of the pan. So, I'm giving those back to the Yuba today, and we're going to see, we're back at my favorite spot, as you can see. That wasn't a shovel. Alright, so it's about 12:30 right now. Stopped to take a little bit of a break with Petey. I got 4 buckets done so far. I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to try to just keep going because I'm not getting as good a gold as I was before. And I'm going to try to just keep going and make a bunch of concentrates, and then we're going to go and set up the gold cube when we get back and just cube it all. Cube it or lose it, you know? So I've worked this, I've worked that, I've worked that, I've worked almost all of this from there to there. And there, and all this is about a foot of material on that. And then this was the poison oak hole. I've been throwing everything from there into here, filling that one back in. I'd already worked over there and put all those rocks there. Worked all in here. Worked some a little bit in there. Same thing here. Good gold, but poison oak. So I'm leaving this one open. But I worked this a while back, had this all cleaned out pretty good, and I took all the stuff from there and threw it down here, worked this, took that material, threw it over here, and I worked all this, and then I started clearing this out. And I got a little bit of stuff left in here, but this rock's getting dangerous. I jammed that one in more. Hopefully it stays. I'm going to try to work a little bit more of this. This spot's getting a little bit played out. So I came over here. Oh, someone left their pick. And this material here kind of looks the same as it did over to my right, where I just came from. So I'm going to do a little bit of digging right around here, which is pretty high up. I mean, I'm probably about that high over here. But I got good gold up here. Probably some of the best gold I got last week was up here. and it looked just like this before. Just a bunch of these rocks. I moved the rocks, and there was just a bunch of black sand and gold. Kitty, who's a good puppy? Alright, so we're done for today. The rafters are going by. That's usually my sign to stop doing what I'm doing. So, I just want to talk real quick. I ended up finding that spot over here. You see all these little pieces of quartz? There's tons of them. Tons of small ones too. All those little white speckles. Now the other spots over here didn't have any quartz. The best spot further down had quartz. Way up the hill up there on the trail, if you watch my other videos, I talked about the quartz lines on the trail. I'm in line with one of those. Started getting some better gold. Like I said, I'm going to make you guys wait to see the cleanup. I'm going to do it with my gold cube. Got a nice heavy bucket, concentrates. I could see quite a bit of gold in there, so it should be pretty good. So we're gonna go explore a little bit for the rest of the day, but I just want to show you where I worked. I worked over in there, down there, down here, down there, down there, down there, down there, down there, now here. Now I'd imagine that it goes straight across this path right here. And I was sitting over there when I was eating, and I looked at all the smaller broken up rocks over here. Now the bedrock right there changes, and the bedrock right there changes, right there. This bedrock is softer and it has more black sand, and I've been all over this river now, and this spot's the best spot. Now I know that there's going to be better gold on the other side because the water flows on the other side kind of right now. When it's going faster, it's even further to that side because it's cutting in over there. So there's more pressure over there. But there's low points over there, low pressure points I should say, and there's bigger rocks, just like where I'm standing now, this little beach area. But it's all smaller rocks. There's really big ones over there. And the bedrock goes like this. Different bedrock, different bedrock. Now, right on the other side of this is where the death cave was. And all the gold that was sitting on the bedrock over here that got washed out from the high water pressure going through here ended up on that other side. Now, everything that was on there before all that stuff came down, washed up and over, and probably got stuck in that little spot over there that I keep wanting to go to. I also want to talk about corners. That outside bedrock over there, going up, like that. Now, gold's going to travel in different spots on corners depending on the shape of the corner. If the corner goes in and comes right back, like almost 90 degrees, you're going to have gold coming from a straightaway, I should say. You're going to have gold riding along the inside, but then it can't turn right away, so it's going to go up. It's going to get caught on that bedrock and then come back, and you'll have another deposit of material built up on the right side, on the other side. Now, if it's a slow bend, where it just kind of goes like this, the gold's going to hug the inside, so you can almost draw a line through it. Now, it's not going to be a straight line. It's not a pay line. It's a pay streak. The streak isn't going to be a direct line of gold. A lot of people are always looking for a line of gold. It's not a line. It's scattered all about. There's going to be better concentrations in different spots. And I think that once this water drops, even more, So if you look at the way that the river goes, and the way that the bedrock is, this is dipping down a lot right here. I would imagine that it keeps going down a bit, because there's a big boulder field of big boulders, and they're all kind of stacking up like this, and then a big one will hit there, and they all stack up and layer back. In the summertime, once the water drops, I'm going to try to get in the middle here, right in line with this bedrock, and see what's hiding down in there. There's all the quartz. It turns to no quartz. No quartz. And directly in line, the tree, the third tree, the big tree, right down there is where the other trees are. Crossing back over another part of that quartz. And turns to nothing right here. Nothing here. Ooh, doggy. My backpack is heavy. There's gotta be some gold in there. You dig? Alright, so it's the next day, next morning. It's about 15 degrees colder than it was yesterday already. I don't think it's gonna warm up very much today. But I thought yesterday was Friday. That's not the case. Today's Friday. So, even though I'm marking the tree, it doesn't really help if I don't know what day it is. I know how many days I've been here, but I don't know what day it is. So, I couldn't take any more footage last night. It got too late. But I did go around and prospect a few other areas. Still not as good a gold. PD, hold on, buddy. So, I was going to stick it out at this spot. But what I did was I made a bunch of concentrates that were going to run through the gold cube, and I put those in a water jug, and I only had one bucket. So I got a water jug that weighs 1,000,000 pounds now. We're going to make it weigh 1.5 million pounds today, hopefully. Alright, we're here. Time to punch in. Well, there must be snow melting from all the warm weather, because this water just won't drop. Right there, that stick yesterday, there was about 4 inches of water. It was 4 inches less underneath that stick. There was a little pool right there that I was using the pan. Now it's a pretty big pool. Yeah, I know I said snow. I got shorts on. That's California for you. There is snow further up in the mountains. But it's nice here. Okay, so why I'm laughing is I got really good gold all up in there. This is part of this waterfall area. This is just a bound up bunch of rocks from it, and it's moved over that way. When it was really high, I was getting good gold there. Then I had worked that, and I got good gold. Then I found this one that was in the poison ivy pocket. There's really good gold there. Then there was really a lot of poison ivy right here. Now originally, I was working right here, and that was where I was getting the best gold. And it was in a deep pocket. Over there was pretty good gold. Over there was a good gold. I've been moving all this stuff back down, covering it all in. I already worked all this. Now, before I left yesterday, talked about all those little pieces of quartz. Now, I didn't do this. This is how this was. Just broken up bedrock pieces, and it's a different bedrock than both of these bedrocks. And there's a little bit of limestone underneath here. That's exactly what I was getting down there. Now, I'm going to make you guys wait and see the gold in the gold cube after all these days of prospecting. I haven't showed any gold in this video so far, and I've seen good gold, but now these last two pans worth of bucket worth concentrates. Oh my gosh. I can't, ugh. And now I'm like super hungry, of course. And I was only going to be able to stay today. Now I want to stay tomorrow too. Because this pay streak's going uphill. The best golds, I mean, there's going to be good gold down here from it washing down in this little pocket. Because that's bedrock there and that's bedrock there. It just has sand on it. And it just goes down right out. Like I said, when the water drops, I want to go right across this. I just found these. Right there. Hey, Mark! Oh. Petey's looking for Mark. Where the heck are you, Mark? You must be on American Idol again. If you guys don't know, Mark's actually a really good singer and guitar player. American Idol. He might be on American Idol right now, I don't know. Or America's Got Talent, who knows. Still got this whole area to go through too. It's kind of the same thing. If you look how the water is coming down and then it kind of stops and everything kind of waves up. Now when it's really flowing fast, that motion is just supercharged and it's actually over here more. So you're going to have stuff flying over these humps and then it's going to wash up. So you get any flood gold coming down and then you got whatever's going up and washing down off of this hill. This hill definitely has gold in it, 100%. So I think that's why there's a concentrated amount of gold here. But it's all really small. You're getting decent sized stuff. But see how I don't know if you can see it, but the bedrock goes like this, and then whoosh, it drops down. And there's massive amounts of rocks here, but the water's probably about, I don't know, 20 feet deep right there. Maybe all these rocks are piling up on the bedrock because the bedrock's right here, but it's eating it out, and there's some really big rocks right out there, right in the line with the water. It's just big rocks. Then you get that big one that's sticking up there. So goes back to saying, can't wait till the water drops. I wish there was a shut-off valve. Once again, I wish I was on the other side. But that crack right there, this big crevice right there, I bet you there's some good stuff in there too. Let's talk rocks and where the gold will be behind them real quick. Now, when it's flowing, you can see it all depends really on the rock shape and its placement. You see how that water is kind of white water right there, and then right next to it there's a rock jammed up and it's really calm? Now the one on the right, the gold's going to be right behind it. But that one there that little swirl, about 2 feet back. That's where the gold's gonna drop on that one. And that rock there, same thing. It's going around, and it's gonna be back a little bit. Now that big rock there, it's going to go around and it's going to be back probably about 8 feet because the water pushes really fast there. So it's not going to be like that. It would be like 2 feet, 2 feet to 8 feet. This big golden yellow butterfly keeps flying from this way. He flies around and goes back every time I come over here. So I think I'm going to run maybe 1 or 2 more buckets, and then we're gonna go down there and do some crevicing. Oh. Well, good morning. It's like 4 a.m. I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about that spot down there. So I think we're gonna go down early. Alright, well, it's day 5. Opened up a new cut. Getting some really good gold. And look at behind me. It's a claim jumper here. Hey, what are you doing on my claim?
Hey, I thought this was an open area. I'm sorry, sir. Got a little bit of gold here. Some fine stuff. Some more underneath the black sand.
I'm getting some good pans.
Yeah.
Working a crevice I haven't hit yet.
Nice. A little bit cold, but...
You got a sneak peek of what the cleanout's probably going to look like. So it's the end of the day. I'm underneath the big boulder. That's where Petey was stuck. Way down underneath there, past that stick. Check this out. It gets smaller on the other end. About 8 inches there. Looked around, I didn't see any nuggets. Alright, so this is it. Last pan of the day. I decided to be daring and come back over into the death cave. Up in there. I had to climb in on my stomach. Get up over in there, which is still about 2 feet from my hand, and up over in there. Go see what we got.
I haven't camped in it yet, so my last camper van was like yours, just like that. And I had it fixed up pretty good on the inside too.
This is Top Cat Adventures and Chris again. He's making me look bad with his van.
Out to you, and you just got it day off of work to go get it. Oh, okay. Where was he at? Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that part when it's 2,000.
I just took the hive anchor top off.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. Haven't even got into the match yet.
Took a couple of grams there.
So that's it. I had to go dry it up, get rid of it, so go back out for another trip. Alright, so that's it for now. I'll give you the total weight on the gold after, because I gotta go dry it up and get rid of it, and this video is already gonna be pretty long. But, good trip, and ended up meeting up with Top Cat and that guy Chris Wands. Chris Wands, funny guy, man. You know what he did when he first met me? I had the flow pan video where I was using it as a sluice box. He pretended like he was involved with the sheriffs and the forestry, and they were gonna bust me. But he asked me if I knew anybody that would do that, and I said, yeah, me.